What would dying on every planet be like? Imagine stepping onto another world, each one offering a unique and alien environment. But what if you couldn't survive there? What would dying on every planet in our solar system actually feel like? Let's explore this morbidly fascinating scenario scientifically. Don't worry, it's just a thought experiment. Mercury, death by extremes. Mercury is a planet of extremes. During the day, temperatures soar to 430 degrees Celsius, while at night, they plummet to minus 180 degrees Celsius. Without an atmosphere to buffer these drastic changes, you'd either fry or freeze depending on the timing of your arrival. On top of that, the lack of atmosphere means there's no oxygen to breathe. You'd suffocate within moments, assuming the intense heat or cold didn't kill you first. Venus, crushed and cooked. Venus is the solar system's version of hell. Its thick atmosphere is composed mostly of carbon dioxide with clouds of sulfuric acid. The surface temperature averages a staggering 475 degrees Celsius (900 degrees Fahrenheit), hot enough to melt lead. The atmospheric pressure is 92 times that of Earth, equivalent to being nearly a kilometer underwater. You'd be crushed instantly while simultaneously being cooked alive. Breathing? Out of the question. Earth, a familiar demise here on Earth. Most deaths are biological, illness, injury, or old age. But let's not forget the potential for more extreme scenarios, like falling into a volcano or drowning in the deep ocean. Earth may be hospitable, but it still has its dangers. Mars, death by dehydration and suffocation. Mars is cold, with an average temperature of minus 60 degrees Celsius minus 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Its thin atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, so there's no breathable air. You'd suffocate quickly, but even if you could breathe, you'd eventually die of dehydration. Mars has no liquid water on its surface, and the intense radiation from the sun would accelerate your demise. Jupiter, crushed in the gas giant. Jupiter doesn't have a solid surface. It's a gas giant. If you attempted to descend into its atmosphere, you'd face hurricane-force winds, extreme radiation, and crushing pressure. As you fell deeper, the pressure and temperature would increase until you were crushed and incinerated long before reaching any kind of surface. Saturn, a similar fate to Jupiter. Like Jupiter, Saturn is a gas giant with no solid surface. Falling into its atmosphere would expose you to deadly winds and intense pressures. Saturn's iconic rings, though stunningly beautiful, are made of icy debris that could pulverize you if you ventured too close. Uranus, death by cold and toxicity. Uranus is an ice giant with temperatures plunging to minus 224 degrees Celsius minus 371 degrees Fahrenheit, making it the coldest planet in the solar system. Its atmosphere contains hydrogen, helium, and methane, none of which you can breathe. The extreme cold and lack of oxygen would kill you quickly, but the crushing pressures deeper in the atmosphere would finish the job if the cold didn't. Neptune, frozen and crushed. Neptune is another ice giant, with supersonic winds reaching up to 2,100 kilometers per hour, 1,300 miles per hour. Its atmosphere is frigid and toxic, with average temperatures around minus 214 degrees Celsius minus 353 degrees Fahrenheit. If the cold or lack of oxygen didn't kill you, the atmospheric pressure deep below the clouds certainly would. Pluto, a slow freeze though no longer classified as a planet. Pluto's surface is fascinating. It's a frozen world with temperatures of about minus 229 degrees Celsius minus 380 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd quickly freeze solid, as there's no atmosphere to speak of and no heat to keep you alive. Dying on Pluto would be a slow freeze compared to the instant deaths on some other planets. Conclusion: death across the cosmos. While each planet presents its own unique hazards, the common thread is this: no planet in our solar system, other than Earth, is even remotely capable of supporting human life. Whether it's extreme heat, crushing pressure, or suffocating atmospheres, space is not a friendly place for fragile beings like us. Yet, understanding these harsh environments reminds us just how special Earth truly is, a tiny blue oasis in a cosmic sea of danger.